tucked away in the Shenandoah Valley, Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to James Madison, father of the Constitution, and mother of some of the most electric crowds in all of college football when they come out to support the Dukes. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the James Madison Dukes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Sun Devils will get us started with the opening kickoff. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked, but I won't give him smarts points because he threw into double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely don't throw up into double coverage.
Throws for the tight end. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
It's now third down.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Back to pass, it's Barnett. Looking to the big tight end. Fires into traffic, intercepted. What a nice play, and even with the short return, they're in scoring position at the 18.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Just a really nice job defensively, too, not giving up on the play, right? You didn't sack him initially, but guys were still in hot pursuit and chasing. And this front seven defensively, they've got a lot of speed and athleticism, and they're able to stay on the quarterback's heels and force him out of bounds for a loss.
And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down.
And the quarterback's in the pocket, and he decides to take off and scramble and just couldn't get to the first down marker. You could tell he wanted to pass the football. Maybe it wasn't there. Maybe he scrambled a little bit too soon. But usually when you take off, you better know you're going to get close to that first down marker or get it.
And the Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Barnett. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Got the back over the middle. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
From the gun, running back gets to give. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. Just feeds the running back. Plows through the defense. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy on the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
He fires it out to the right. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
Gets it out quickly. And it's on the ground. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Yeah, and you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn it. Make something happen, and a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight, and you could tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The Dukes are on the move. To throw, it's Barnett. A little floater there that falls incomplete.
It leads to 2nd down.
They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. They're going to throw it again. He's moving out of the pocket. He chucks one out to the right. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Yeah, and just got enough of the football there by the defender, breaking on the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it, tipped that thing away from the receiver, made the big play, saving the touchdown.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for his man. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
That is no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Coleman.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds his man. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that play.
2nd down coming up.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete as time has expired here in the 1st quarter.
After 1, we're tied 0-0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Getting some heat. Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Madison sends the offense back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
They'll throw it on first down. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
Defense, we're always trying to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He'll throw it. That's caught. It's Ross. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
I don't know what you want me to do. I mean, this guy is unbelievable. He's just got such elusiveness. You see him, he's getting outside the pocket, he's making you miss, and then all of a sudden, he's throwing completions. I got no answers for him.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
To the air, it's Barnett. Forced out of the pocket. He's going to run it. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 32-29.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on 3rd down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And as an offense, you've got an unconventional call. You're trying to get your receiver the ball using pre-snap motion, but you've got to do a better job up front blocking. Couldn't get it done, and now it sets up 4th down.
The offense is going to stay on the field. Now, this is within field goal range, but they already have one missed today. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And he missed it. No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
Well, that's now the 2nd missed field goal for this kicker, and I'll tell you this, he can't blame the weather for all this. This is a beautiful day. He needs to do better executing these field goals.
The offense set for a first down play. Quarterback checking the play. Going up top on first down. Quickly complete. At the 45 on its way. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. He's going to pass. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
And back to the air on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Still looking, on the move. Quarterback all over the place, trying to make a play, but eventually he goes down. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard, and he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding the pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15.
Madison will take over. 1st and 10.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
To the ground, he's got it again. Pirouettes through. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. And the Duke's in the hurry-up. Wants to throw. It's Barnett. Working that left side now. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Gets rid of it. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
Unfortunate with that incompletion, the quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time he's got his man. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. The Dukes will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unleashes one deep. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
What a play by the defender there, guys, in his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Coming after him. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Moving away from pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. Open runway ahead. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Using his legs to buy some time. They're working that left side. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Arizona State.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. And the Dukes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. There's certainly room for improvement after that scoreless first-half stalemate.
Yeah, we've set offense back 30 years in that first half, but we've got a whole new half to play here. So why not come out on this first drive, make a statement, and finally get us back into the age of contemporary college football?
You sound very discouraged as I sound encouraged. That's great defense. Phenomenal defense in the first half. Who doesn't love a 0-0 halftime game?
They'll go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The Dukes are threatening on 1st and goal. To the air, it's Barnett. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Running with power. Tripped up for the tackle.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the defense drags him down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's a great execution by this defense.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Arizona State offense takes over. 1st and 10.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Feeling some heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
The incompletion on 1st down. Now they face a 2nd and 10 from the 31. Got his man quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
On 3rd down, going up top. Looking to scramble. All kinds of time in the pocket. Down the middle it goes.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line.
Madison will take over. 1st and 10.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. And when your defense is performing like this, pitching a shutout, you want to find a way to reward them and help them out a little bit, David.
And I guess that's the upside for this offense. Their defense has been so good, but man, oh man, they've got to find something, Jesse, that they can hang their hat on, something they can do to move the football.
It just feels like at this point, they kick one more field goal, and this is ball game because of how well their defense is playing. So I think offensively, just don't do anything stupid and give the game away.
Dropping back, it's Barnett. Keeps looking downfield. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more.
Hits the accelerator to the right. 10, Touchdown, James Madison! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And you can tell he trusts his big tight end. Airing the football way down the field, treat him like a wide receiver because you know he's going to go up, make the big play, get you in the end zone, score a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10.
10, Arizona State, 0.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. Nope.
Oh, what a grab by the defense! And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Trying to find his man on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. That pass is incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and they force the incomplete.
Misses again, it's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better.
Well, it's been a day to forget if you're this kicker. After that miss, he's now only 1 for 4 in this game.
Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. They get to him as he throws. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
James Madison, 10, Arizona State, 0.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass on second down. Hauls it in. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They hoped to catch the offense being overly aggressive with the screen, but they got nothing. They got less than nothing and had to like it.
Yeah, and a lot of times that's just players making plays. I mean, guys that see that and read it, it's just kind of a knack. It's kind of a feel. You feel the screen, break on the football, go make a play, get a big tackle for a loss.
That's caught. It's Brown. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped up. Yards and picked up a first down. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
That last completion sets him up on second down. The aerial assault continues. Caught near the sticks. It's Scatterbo. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They'll throw it from the red zone. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked up.
On second down, he'll fire. Dances away. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Scrambling away. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the QB has had a nice drive. And this offense has been throwing the football over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him. And even better, getting him on the ground.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Between the uprights, it's good. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. It's complete to the left. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Using the quick game. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And obviously, getting the completion, it's a killer. They get a new set of downs. You got to find a way to make a play now. The saving grace, I guess, Jesse, is he ran out of bounds and stopped the clock, so at least the clock isn't running.
Yeah, and David, it's just a situation right now defensively. I think you just got to take more chances, right? You may have to blitz. You may have to sell out. You might risk giving up a big play, but it's just so critical at this juncture of the game that you're able to retake possession to give yourself a chance to win.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. With jet sweep pass. Pulled down for the tackle. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
And the Dukes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Rides to the back. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Defense showing blitz here. Bad offense, good defense, no scoring. That's pretty much what we had in this one as they come up short in a bit of a slog fest.
Yeah, and most of the time in college football, it's the opposite, right? You don't defense optional. Offense scores so many points. This one, back and forth. Offense is struggling, trying to make plays. Defense has put on a great effort.
And a lot of issues for this offense in this game today, obviously. And I think the coaching staff now really needs to take a look at how they're game planning and how they're going to give their players an opportunity to have success. It may be time now to start changing some things up a little bit.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.